Hey, good morning everyone. Sarasota Tim coming to you from beautiful Delray Beach, Florida. I'm here on the ocean at the beach, and a lot of people are here right now because the sunrise comes up and parking is free until 7 a.m. So you can see I just made a video of that 4Runner that's beside me because you guys know I drive a 4Runner. I got a really good one for you today. My brain has been just on overtime thinking of things to talk about that are related into the videos that I've made recently regarding Social Security, and with a lot of the comments that were made about collecting it at 62 or waiting. Well, I've got the nail that goes in the coffin that is going to solidify the question about should you collect at 62. As I mentioned in my previous video, there's only one simple reason that you should never collect Social Security, and that's if you are making too much money. Let's go down here on the beach. If you're making too much money, everything over $21,200 roughly you make until you become full retirement age, the Social Security Administration will take $1 for every $2 you make. So, you know, if you're making big money and you just love that job and you don't care how many hours you're putting in, you don't care about anything, you just want to keep on chugging, go for it. And, you know, when you do collect Social Security, whether it's a year later or up to the full retirement age, you know, you'll get more money. I think it's 30% that it grows to is the maximum you'll get. Let me turn around here and show you. We got all these folks here that, oh my goodness, you're not going to believe how many people are on the beach waiting for that sun to come up here. This is pretty cool. Let me get around. They all got their cameras out. Everybody's ready. It's already up, but the clouds, let me show you. The clouds are kind of covering the sun, but it'll peek up over those clouds eventually, and everybody will get a shot of it. But look at the people all the way down the beach there. I don't know if you can see. Here's to you. I got a iced coffee this morning, so I'm all hopped up. I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning, drank 2 pots of coffee, and was thinking about, you know, getting to the gym. Man, I love that gym now. I'm getting some good results. But anyway, before I get off topic, this is why you should collect your Social Security at 62. All right, let's do the math. I wonder if I could sit down here and they wouldn't mind. Well, whatever. I was going to sit on these rental chairs here. Well, the lifeguards down here, I don't think they'll mind. Let me lean against this. Oh yeah, this is cool. All right, let's get into it. 30% more you get at full retirement age. I checked mine out. I get $1,700 a month. I get $1,700. 30% of that, I figured, I multiplied earlier on my phone. It was roughly $570. You guys can check me on my math. Whatever 30% is, $570. So everybody's arguing, not everybody, most people agree, get to 62 and collect. But there's a few that are still brainwashed into thinking that they need to, you know, let 20 grand a year leave their hands, leave it on the table to get $500, $600 more a month. $700, let's say, if you know, were a big earner. Here's how you can get that $700 at 62 years old. First of all, if you want to retire, but you're just kind of holding off because you think you need the more money and you just believe in that, someone told you that's the smartest thing to do, $500 to $700 a month working part-time with a side hustle. I'm not talking about laying tile. I'm talking about like what I'm doing at Publix. I work for myself. I'm doing this because I want to do it. It's fun. And I'm making the same amount of money as if I was at full retirement age. I mean, it's like to make $500 to $700 a month part-time working is like falling out of bed. So from the day you turn 62, if you want to quit that job and you want to start having those days off where you can play golf or you can take a cruise or you can start traveling a little bit, and before you become like old and decrepit at, I say this respectfully, you know, 10 years older, at 72, 82 years old, and you may not have the strength and the motivation and the mental capacity, or something hits you with a sickness that you can't live a whole life, an energetic life. I mean, I'm going to be 65, and I can jog a mile down this beach right now. You know, I go to the gym, I can push up some weight. I'm staying in shape. I quit drinking, and I'm living my life, and I'm working these things at Publix, picking up that difference of what a full retirement age check would be. And no one's my boss, no one's there. I'm not setting tile, I'm not having somebody micromanage over my shoulder. I'm doing what I want to do, and I'm still making that much money. And you say, well, why would you want to work? Well, it's not really like work. And who wants to just sit in the house all day? And if you're married, she's going to want to throw you out of there anyway. But, you know, you get out amongst people. You know, you can work at a golf course and work in the pro shop, or handing out golf carts to everybody when they come in and get free golf. You can get side hustles like that that are fun. You're meeting people, you're getting your social life going, but you can start to live your life. And if it's just on weekends to make that little bit of money, or if you want to make, like, I can make $1,000 to $1,500, which is really what I want to be, you know, working 20 or 25 hours a week. That still affords you a lot of time off, like you're retired. To be off completely and doing nothing, and to get that extra $500, $600, $700 a month, and you waited 5 more years, and you're that much older and that much closer to the end of the runway in your life, it really makes no sense to me. So if you want that extra money and you think that's what's important, but yet you would love to have more time off, I mean, what's that worth? What is your time worth to be able to, you know, go and do things? I mean, I worked 2 days in a row. I've got about 5 or 6 days in a row I'm going to work with my my little side hustle gig I do at Publix coming up. They've got me scheduled, so I'm doing well. You know, I'm getting some shifts. It's only $13.50 an hour, but I only work 4 or 5 hours per time. And, you know, I'm meeting people. Even subscribers are coming into Publix now and saying hello to me. And for the 2 that are watching right now that have come in the last couple of days, hello. Anyway, yeah, just, you know, get out and enjoy your life. Start getting that check. 20 grand a year at 62, and, you know, why like walk by and see a $20 bill on the ground and say, I ain't gonna, tomorrow it might be a 50 and let it lay there? Come on. No, only if, I'll go back to the beginning, only if you're making a lot of money and you don't want to quit it, it's your business, or you just love it and you want to keep on doing it. That's the only reason. Otherwise, at 62, quit. Start living your life. Start drawing your Social Security. Pick up a little side hustle. Don't sit at home. Do something on the weekends, and go ahead and get your full retirement check by making up a little bit of money. You know, get a nice air-conditioned, you know, thing where you work a few hours a day. And here's another thing. Now, I'm just remembering. 20 grand a year is what I get on my Social Security. I can make 21.2 without jeopardizing, you know, them taking some back. That's $42,000 a year. That's about as much as I've ever made in my life. But that's take-home money. That's like making $55,000. You say, why? How you come up with that number? Well, I'll tell you why. If you file your taxes at the end of the year, which you have to do, even when you collect Social Security, you probably won't owe anything if you only have Social Security, but you file. But if you make 21.2 and you make the $42,000, did you know that when you file, there's a thing called the standard deduction that's $12,500, $12,900 for a single filer. It's like $26,000 for a married couple, $25,900 or something. And there's even a very high number. Let's say your spouse doesn't work, but you're head of household. It's somewhere in between there. What that number is, what that amount is, when you file your taxes, let's say you made 40 grand. Well, I get to take $12,500 or $12,900, whatever that number is, I forget it, right off the top. Now I'm down to $28,000. What kind of taxes would I owe on that little of gross income, especially, you know, with the YouTube channel, or if you had a little job, or you're using your car, you know, you got a few little deductions you can do. It's not going to amount to much, but what do you still have? You have your freedom, you have your time, life. I mean, who wants to just keep working until they're 67 years old, giving all those best hours of the week to some employer, just so you can make 500 bucks more a month that you might not ever see? So, you know, like I mentioned, I hate to keep reiterating it, but people in the comments are saying, well, what do you do about health insurance? Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing. You get the Affordable Care Act. You know, they passed a law several years ago where uninsured people can simply go on Marketplace at enrollment time every year. I think it's September or something through whatever. You can look it up. And you can select a policy. And if you're retired and you're only making the Social Security and maybe a little part-time hustle, the government is going to subsidize that insurance and pay for a lot of it. So you're not going to be sweating like some big insurance premium. So don't worry about quitting that job. I mean, think about what you're paying on your group policy at your employer. I remember when I had it, when I worked for someone 100 years ago, because I've worked for myself most of my life, and I never, ever had health insurance. Nope, never had it. Didn't want to pay for it. And it was going to be like $350 a month, you know, for a single person. I think with a family, it's at least $400 a month. I think if you work for someone and you're on a group policy, they're taking like $300 or plus a month from you. So you can go on the Marketplace and pay less than that and have the government pay for some of it because your income is lower. And then when you become 65, you go right on Medicare. And I made a video the other day of what Medicare plan you should take. And it's not the straight A or B, it's the A or B plus a supplement, or let the insurance companies that are out there that take care of the Medicare for the government put you on an Advantage plan. You don't pay any more than you would pay that they're going to take from your Social Security of the $170 this year. And there's a cap of a deductible that you could pay, you know, that's capped at every year, where you wouldn't pay any more after that. But it's not, you know, going to destroy you financially compared to just the regular Medicare that, you know, would leave an unlimited 20% of the bill, God forbid something drastic happened, that you would still owe. So the Advantage plan not only includes more benefits than the A and B standard Medicare, there is a cap of deductible, and there's also additional coverages. But the supplement plan, of course, you do pay a couple $100 a month for, especially if you want prescription drugs and all that. And if you can afford it, or if you're going to be working a little bit and you want to take that one, of course, that is the luxury plan. So isn't that a beautiful sunrise? Yeah, I want to make sure I don't run the clock out and you know, get caught out there without paying for a parking meter, because it starts up at 7 a.m. And for the $2 or $3 that it would cost to park, I don't want to pay a $50 fine. So I'm going to end this video. But that's all I wanted to tell you guys. You want to make that extra money on your Social Security, and you don't want to wait till full retirement age, and you want to get it at 62, that's how you do it. Just get you a little side hustle. I mean, you know how easy it is to make $500, $600, $700 a month? And how many hours you'd have to put in? That's not work. That's fun. That's pleasure. And you're living your life. You don't want to really get a job, I don't want one, that is going to take all your time and you're right back to where you were doing working. That's not what I'm advocating. I'm saying just work weekends or Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or early in the morning or in the evenings, whatever. You figure it out. There's plenty of things you can do out there. And, you know, you can make what you need and start living. I mean, I love that I work 2 days and I don't have to go to work today, and I can just come out and do what I want, wax my truck. You know, I'm going to go to the gym right now in a minute, and I'm really, really doing good on that. I love that gym. And then, you know, whatever I want to do, I'll figure it out. I got nothing but time. So anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would invite you to do so. It really helps me out, and I appreciate it. There's also a link in all my videos that you can buy me a coffee. I'd like to help me out that way. I appreciate that very much. It's very generous of you. There's also a link to Amazon for all of you out there that like to shop till you drop and you buy things on Amazon. If you use my link, I know it's a lot to go through. You click on it, you go to Amazon, you bypass the link, the product that I got on there, and you get what you want. And if you buy it, even put it in your cart and buy it within a couple of days, I think, I will get a credit for it. And it doesn't cost you 1 penny. Amazon does this for the affiliates to promote their business. So anyway, as you guys can tell, I'm all hopped up. I got my iced coffee here. I wish you guys a very blessed day. And for you 12,000 wonderful souls that have subscribed to my channel, and this thing has really blown up, I can't tell you how much I really appreciate you. And I've read the comments, and I'm going through them every day. I'm scouring through them. I'm answering as many as I can. There's so many warm people out there. It really restores my faith in humanity. I just can't believe it. It leaves me every day mindful of what people think of me and the compliments, and that's what we all need to do. I'm going to look for ways today to compliment people, find somebody I can help, do a favor. I mean, there was a guy yesterday, I was getting gas at BJ's gas pump, and he was a very elderly man. He got out and he had a nice new Lexus, but his trunk was open. It was cracked open. So I'm thinking, is he going to get something out? And when he didn't reach back there and he started pumping his gas, I said, sir, your trunk is open. I don't know if you wanted it open. And he says, what? he goes, what? I said, so I just walked over there and I lifted it up and slammed it. He goes, oh, thank you very much. So I mean, little things, look for things, compliment people. Boy, those compliments are sure nice. They make you feel good. So no matter what, crush it.